or God didn't come here and say you have to be this age. Allah didn't come here and say you have to be this age. Whoever you believe in didn't say you have to be this age until you meet your soulmate. Like, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I've switched my little setup up a little bit so that everything should be like focused in on me, you know, and I'm going to try not to look too much here because I can see how I'm looking and if I need to fix my posture, you know. But if you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. This video is going to be a little bit different. I have my little iPad and everything. I need to stop looking here. I need to look here. This video is going to be a little bit different. I have my iPad and everything with my notes. Your girl had to write notes for this, okay? Like, I didn't want to miss anything. I took multiple days to write my notes because my memory is poo. Like, that's like one thing I wish that I had better. Like, I wish I had a better memory, but you guys haven't seen me with makeup on. This isn't even like beat. Y'all, look at my notes. Look at my notes. This is serious, okay? Like, I don't know if you might need to take notes for this. Like, don't forget this because I'm probably not going to ever talk about this again. Enough of me stalling. We're about to get into this video of how I met my soulmate and, where we currently stand. So, you know, some people might be like, you're 23, like, what you know about a soulmate? Like, listen, there's nothing in a rule book that says that I can't meet my soulmate at 23. Like, there's nothing that says, and I didn't even meet him at 23. I met him when I was younger. But there's nothing, no rule written down, or God didn't come here and say you have to be this age. Allah didn't come here and say you have to be this age. Whoever you believe in didn't say you have to be this age until you meet your soulmate. Like, y'all can judge me if you want. I don't really care. But I'm going to get into this video. And my eyes right now with all these lights. Whew. I was 19 when I had met my soulmate. So I was a freshman in college. It was the second semester of my freshman year. And that was in 2016. I got dates and everything. Okay, y'all should be proud of me. Even though I always remember the day we met. Every year when it comes time around that time, I'd be like, oh, but it is what it is. I met him the night of April 16th. But it was technically April 17th because it was after midnight, if that makes sense. Oof, my university, we had strict curfew freshman year. Like, if you're at my university right now, y'all don't know nothing. Well, I mean, nobody's in class right now, but I'm terrible. But y'all still, like, when you guys were there, you're a freshman, even a sophomore, y'all don't know nothing about no freaking curfew. Like, being locked out of your dorm, like, man, that sucks. Like, you having to be in by a certain time, like, rules. Oh, I hate rules. This was Springfest. Okay, this was Springfest week. This was the topping of Springfest. Like, this was I have my little cursor or whatever you want to call this. I am serious. This was the weekend, the end of the weekend, end of Springfest. And me and my girl Janessa, we were not about to miss out on something for a curfew. It sounds really young and naive, but I still believe in that. Like, to this day, I still believe, like, F that curfew. That was stupid. So for Springfest, we had Young Thug and we had Denicia, I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me. If you were there and I'm wrong, you remember and I don't. So Saturday was a mess. I'm not even going to get into detail. Even leading up to Saturday was a mess. I'm not even going to get into details about what it was because that's not what this video is about. But my life, like, friendship-wise, our whole group, we were just going through it. We needed this. We all needed this. But little did I know that later what was going to happen was going to be the highlight of my night. Like, literally, little did I know. Like, I didn't even know then that was the highlight of my night. Now I see it, I believe it, I'm a believer. So after the concert, Janessa and I took an Uber with my other friend. I believe it was my other friend, Janessa, you could correct me, to where the party was. And y'all, party was hella far out. If you know about New Orleans, it was in New Orleans East, and the East from where I'm at, which is basically Gert Town, like middle of the city. Like, it's far. It was far. It was like east. It was like New Orleans east, if that was even a thing. So when we got there, it was like a whole bunch of chaos. Like, there was somebody supposedly had a gun. I remember like people were shoving and shoving, and a girl got kicked out. Drinks got thrown. Like, it was crazy before we even got in the club. Okay, before we got in the club. Now keep in mind, even though we're not gonna follow curfew, you know, we still like curfew conscious, because and this was a time where they used to play, the party promoters used to play with the freshmen and have us, you know, you would get your pre-sale, you would do everything right. And then like time, you know, the day of the night of the party is like, when it came to getting in the party, you might not get in, or you barely might get in. And then time XU or SU or wherever your shuttle's outside, you need to get in that thing. And it's like, damn, I just got in. So when we got inside, it was hot, it was sweaty, it was crowded. I was like, ill. Janessa was like, ill. My other friend was like, ew. While I was inside, I saw my friend who was gonna end up driving us home later. So we gonna call him, what I say? We're gonna call him Zay. We go outside because it's way more comfortable to be outside. So I remember there was like a little cutie that was outside, and I gave him my number. Like, I made eye contact with him. I would do like the little eye thing. And y'all don't know the little eye thing, I could do another video on that. That works. So, and yeah, I gave him my number, but he never called. Thank God he didn't, because I didn't need him. You know, I really didn't need him. Next thing you know, it like literally the cops shut it down. They come through, and like everyone just clears out. They start like hosing down the whole entire front of the club. I thought I was in 1956. Like, so me and Janessa, we took cover and we went to a gas station that was right next door, okay? Because, you know, we just hard-headed in the moment. Like, we want to go home. The one night we stay past curfew, and it's like, you trying to shut the party down? Like, what? I had contacted Zay. I don't remember if I know I texted him, but then I remember us ending up on FaceTime and everything. And I was just like, you know, asking him basically like, can you come and get us? And I'm not that type of person. Like, I know a lot of people, like, that's their thing. Like, they like always asking somebody to come get them. Like, me and Janessa, we're just not those type of people to be like, hey, can you come get me? We're stranded type shit. Like, no, we're not on that. We're really independent. That's why that's my girl. It was like over $30 for that Uber, and we were freshmen, and it's like, we didn't plan to go back in like as soon as we did. Can you come get us? He had a car full of people, and they weren't all going to the same destination who he was dropping off. But he was like, yo, like, I got a car full of people, like, and I was like, oh shoot, like, is he about to say that? And he's like, no, but I could come get you. I just got to drop all these people off. We're like, all right, bet. So there was a sweet lady that was outside the gas station, and she was just so nice. She was cleaning up, helping the owner of the gas station out. And she had came and talked to us, and she had told us that, you know, the police might come over here and arrest us because they might assume that we're prostitutes. So she wanted us to sit down on these soda carts. Me and Janessa were like, oh my God, what? By the time we're about to sit down, okay, I'm gonna call him Tip. Tip and his friend Slim pull up, and we're like, oh shoot, now we can't sit down, because like I know my dress is like a little kind of short. Like, if I sit down, they might see everything. Like, so we just cut out the whole sitting down thing. We saw them walking up, and we're like, oh man, like, here we go. Because we knew they were going to speak to us. We didn't know what kind of stuff they were on, but we just always assumed BS, because Tip and Slim, they were just talking with us, chopping it up. And I'm such a daydreamer, y'all. Like, I could be a ditz. Like, I didn't even realize that he was talking, like Slim was talking to me, like when he had asked, because he technically asked me to go inside the store with him. So I didn't feel completely comfortable with like going inside the store with him at first, because I'm like, that just separates me from the Janessa. And I just had a whole bunch of anxiety just built up from like what was going on, like friendship wise. And like the night was just so damn hectic. And I was just like, the last thing I need is to be separated from Janessa. So Tip, I remember him like stressing how like Janessa was gonna be she was gonna be in good hands with Slim outside and for me not to worry. So we go to like the edge of the store, you know, corner stores, they have like the drinks on like the refrigerators and the drinks on the side. So we go to like the edge of the store. I'm still looking outside because I'm keeping my eye on Slim because I don't know him and I don't know you, Tip. So we just talking, chopping it up. And, you know, he pulls a little cute little joke on my name because guys love to play on my name. Like Mercedes, like, I've always wanted Mercedes. Like, Benz, like, ain't anybody ever call you Benz? Like, you got keys to this thing, you know, like things like that. And but his joke was something I've never heard before, so I was like, and I really found it cute, but I'm like, I can't come on now, I got my poker face on, I can't be showing my cards. So it was like a cute little joke about me being Mercedes. He gave me his nickname. Ugh. I'm like, government, like he gave me his nickname because he didn't know me. Like right after all that, he asked me if I was single, specifically if I had a boyfriend. I told him I didn't have a boyfriend because I didn't. What was different for me is he, right then there, like he let me know that he was interested. So I was like, oh, this is different, you know? Which he was older, he's way older than me. I'm not going to say how much older that he is. And he's not 20 years older than me, but he is slightly over 10 years older than me. So, but I didn't know that at the time. Young and dumb. So he wanted me to take his number down. Which I found out later, and I know, and he know, not everybody else probably know, he doesn't like rejection, you know, so he doesn't like being vulnerable. He doesn't like rejection. So this made sense. Not saying I'm making excuses for him, and he should have took my number down, and he should have called me or texted me first, but he gave me his number and was like, I want you to hit me up, and if you're really interested, I'll hear from you. If you're not, then it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'll see you around, I guess, maybe not. I've never seen him before until now. And I was like, okay, like that made sense. That was cool. So I took his number down, obviously, because he was playing games. Because why? I was like, well, why don't you, you know, we still going back and forth. I'm like, why don't you take my number down? You know, you hollered at me first. I was minding my business on the steps. Okay. You wanted me to go inside the store with you. So why can you take my number down? Like, what's up? So funny thing is, then he tried to play like, oh, his phone was dead. I loved that. His phone was dead. Girl, guy, whoever's watching. The real tea is, why did the phone start ringing in his back pocket? That was God. That was God. He told on him right then and there. Why'd the phone start ringing? I was like, dead. Sounds pretty much alive in charge. Zay had texted me like, oh, I'm close, and I was like, all right, bet. So I told Janessa, I'm like, oh, he said that he's on his way. He was like, oh, is that your boyfriend? Like, he's still taunting me with like the little boyfriend. I'm like, and Janessa even vouched. I remember her vouched like, that's not our boyfriend. He was doing a little whisper thing, like, you should come with me. I'm like, I don't even know you. Like, why do you want me to come with you? Like, what? Like, then we go outside, and then all these other people that he's associated with are outside, and they see me come outside with him and everything, and it's just like, oh yeah, you better not mess this up. I'm like, whoa, okay. As I got to know him, I'm like, this is so not his character. Really was feeling me. He could say what he wants to, but you was feeling me, boo. Because this way outside your character. You was all up in your feelings. Okay. So we get in the car. Go to the dorms. I stayed back, talked to Zay a little bit. That was the end of the night. I told my roommate, my beloved roommate, one of my girls, okay. I tell her the next day, like, what happened? And then I'm like, dude, like, when should I text him? So I ended up texting him. It was like after 1. My life has never been the same since. Like, one text. Like, when people say your life could change in like one text, like, they are not lying, baby. We hung out that same day after well, technically the same day. Like, it was just later. And I had developed feelings before I even knew what I was feeling. I guess what you could say what attracted me the most to Tip was me being comfortable was a priority for him. Like, me being comfortable around him was a priority. Like, because he could tell right off the bat, like, I was cold and like savagey, and it takes me a minute to open up. So he really wanted me to like break through with him and just be comfortable around him. But that like attracted me more than anything else. Like, that is like my number one favorite thing about him, besides his smile, because he doesn't smile much, but when he does, like, it's so cute. I feel like what really would have been a game changer for us, me and him, was if I stayed that summer in New Orleans with him, or even if I stayed that summer in New Orleans and if I was on campus, because we were just so fresh. And it was like I met him, and then it was like we hung out a couple times. Literally like 2 weeks I was gone and I was at home, and it was just like, damn, it like paused everything. But I feel like if I was in New Orleans, like, that summer, we would have been together. We probably still would have been together. We definitely probably would have like had some moments, because I was young. He was so much older than me. There was things that I hadn't experienced yet, and I'm not talking about the dating thing. I don't really care about all that, but there was just like, there were phases I had to go through as a person, as a woman in college, and I feel like that would have been frustrating for him. Like, even though, he was like, the age thing doesn't really bother him. But like, to me, I feel like I would feel like, responsible for like the burden that my imagination would just put there, if that makes any sense. I had a lot of growing up to do. Like, I wasn't serious about, like, I was serious. Like, I knew I liked him. Like, I definitely liked him more than I led on to him. I definitely liked him more than I told my friends. Like, I liked him so much. If I could go back, I would be more vulnerable and express my feelings a lot sooner than what I did. Because when I expressed my feelings, I felt like, not that it was too late. I wish I expressed my feelings way sooner. I wish I didn't take as long as I did. I literally took till the 11th hour. But the feeling that I had and that I still have, like, whatchamacallit, that feeling, like, I've never had that feeling before. Like when somebody just like, they just mean everything. There'd be times where I wouldn't know exactly where me and him would stand, and I didn't like to talk about it all the time. And so, we would go like without talking to each other, and I'd like be open and try to date somebody else, and it just wouldn't work out because I'm thinking about him, and I don't know if he's thinking about me. Like, it would be like one of those things, like, and yeah, like him, and like feeling how I feel about him has like affected, it's not his fault, it's me, but it's like heavily affected my dating life, because it's just like, it's almost like, yeah, I'm gonna date you for now, but I really want him. Like, it's like, if he just, it's one of those, I drop anything and everything relationship wise, somebody else, like, if he was to come around, and that's not fair. So that's why I've just been staying single. And like, that feeling, it became so personal to me that I like shut off access of that part of my heart, I would say, because I didn't want to share that with anybody else. I didn't want to, put myself out there to maybe feel that with somebody else, or when I wouldn't. So I'd be like, what was the point of me doing it in the first place? It's really hard to date me right now. It's always been really hard to date me, because I'm emotionally available, but at the same time, I'm not. and somebody's gonna watch this and be like, you're not emotionally available at all. Cause it's like I'm in love with somebody else. Like I'm in love. Like I'm still in love. Like, and he's very special to me. And not a lot of guys are gonna be. No guy is gonna be comfortable with dating me if they like know there's another guy out there that like she loves. She probably loves more than me. Where do we stand? We're on good terms. We're on good terms. The best it's been in a very long time, because it got a little toxic because I'm hurt. I was hurt about certain things and I couldn't get past certain things. And I would, you know, like to bring up the past, relive the past. I was stuck in a spot where I'm just like, I can't talk about anything else. We can talk about this. We couldn't talk. We couldn't have normal conversation, like without getting into stuff. I'll say like I've never had chemistry like with anybody else like this. Like chemistry go crazy, like go crazy, crazy. Like, you know, when you like, have you ever had like you could stare at somebody and like have a full on conversation with them, not saying no words, like communicate telepathically, like chemistry go crazy, okay? Our chemistry was everything. When he moved, because he moved away from the city, and that like that effed with me. Am I about to cry? Like, I did my makeup. That, like, I've never been the same since that either. Like, I've moved past the situation, but like, I was so sad. I was so sad. Like, we had a good conversation, and before he left, because we were in a bad place, and at least when he left, we were in a good place. When he left, I battled a whole semester. I feel like he left me, and that wasn't what it was. Like, you know, he was doing he had to leave. There were things he had to take care of, but I was so sad. That whole semester I was so sad. I might have not showed it, but like I was sad. I was so sad. Okay, let's see. When he was gone, and even that next semester, like I ended up getting in a relationship with somebody else, and that was a mess. And not the relationship, but just like him finding out about it and stuff like that. And um but even that semester he was gone, as hard as it was, I got to know myself more, and I saw that I was just everything was just always about him, and I forgot to, you know, be like, hey, Mercedes, are you good? And even now, my heart of hearts, I know that one day, I don't know, I like to say it out loud, but I can't. But um I know that I wanted, and I still do, but back then I really stressed it was everything. It was the main focus. He's not the main focus now. He's still a priority. He's still my heart. He's still there. I haven't forgot about him. But like back then he was like the priority, and I know my main focus was like, and even now I like improve myself every day, because I'm like, I want to be the best version of myself, for me first, and for second, for whoever I'm going to be with, end up being with. Like, that's important for me. I want to, I don't, that's also part of the reason why I'm single, because it's like, I feel like I'm not fully the best version of myself, and I refuse to get into another relationship where I'm not the best version of myself, or I don't feel completely happy with who I am and who I'm with, and period. It's not completely up to me if we end up together. Obviously, there's another person. So, you know, in the past, like, you know, I'd stress, like, we need to be together now. And I have no patience when it comes to him and that, because I'm just like, let's just, like, what are we waiting for? Like, everything, we've done everything. Like, we've had highs, we've had lows, like you name it. So let's go. Let's get this show on the road. But these things take time. And I'm at the point now, like, I'm content with me, who I am. So if we don't end up together ever again like that, like, I'll be okay. I, I'm gonna mourn the situation, but I will be okay. Like, I could say that with confidence right now, because I couldn't. Don't ask me a year or two ago to say that with confidence, because I couldn't. And the final question, I guess, that I'll be answering that I developed for myself is, how do I know he's my soulmate? He then and now probably doesn't even know, but he makes me want to be a better person. I think about him every single day, no lie. Like, it can be for 2 seconds, or he always crosses my mind. I pray for him. I really pray for him. Like, I pray for him. I don't pray for everybody. Not saying I pray against people, but I don't pray for everybody. But I pray for him. I I want him to have a long, healthy life, and that's all I truly want for him. I love him unconditionally. Like, there's been a lot of things that, like, if you guys knew the details of things he's done or things he's said to me, and vice versa, because I've said some nasty things. I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. But, like, a lot of women, they would have been like, yo, bye, deuces. I don't got time for this. And he's done a lot of things that could have easily been it for me done, but he's so far from perfect, and I wouldn't have it any other way. He's just right to me. And also, I also want to stress, which I've read this, and I used to think, like, oh, you find your soulmate, you guys got to be together. Like, just because you found your soulmate alive doesn't mean you guys are going to end up together. Sad, but it's true. Because just because that person's your soulmate doesn't necessarily mean that you're their soulmate. So, yeah, it freaking sucks saying that out loud, and, like, you happen to hear that, but it's the truth. But I just thank God every single day, and that I was blessed enough to even have those feelings and be able to, like, know what that feels like to be in love with somebody, like, so deeply in love with somebody, and have great chemistry. Even if our roads don't ever cross again, like, I'm just thankful that I've had that before. I've experienced that. Some people don't even live to see that day. So I'm very thankful. But hopefully this was a little tea. I know I didn't say who it was. This is going to conclude this video. Should I do a video on this here? This is what the hair looks like when I take it out of a bun. And if you're watching this, Sadie's always gonna love you, boy. I just want to do a special thanks to everyone who supports me on this platform, any platform. Thank you guys so much. Hey, see y'all next time.